You already know what time it is. It's your boy DJ RichieSkye back with some tea, interviews, recaps, and more. And be sure to check the links in the description of this video for trips, for books, one-on-one sessions, and more. Now let's get into the tea. What's going on, y'all? We back in the building and we got a first lady face off. Y'all, we got a first lady face off. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk? And no, it is not between Mary M. Cosby. Was Mary the first lady or was she the pastor? I can't even remember at this point. I cannot remember. I cannot recall. Y'all, listen, if you love reality TV and you like to talk a little bit of, you know what, okay, about it, and you want to have a good time and some good fun, then make sure you guys subscribe to this channel. If you like reality TV and you like having these conversations, make sure you like this video and comment down below with your thoughts. Also, be sure to follow me on the Snapchat. Just scan the QR code right there. You guys can follow right on along on the Snap journey. I spend more time on Snapchat these days than I do on the gram. So that is where you can find me, okay? And all the shenanigans that I got going on. All right, now that I've said all that, let's get into the tea of it all. The first lady face off that you did not know that you needed in your life, okay? Now, where did this all start? So we're going to start at the beginning, and then we're going to get to where we are now. And in order to do this, head over to the neighborhood talk so you guys can see all of the posts in full, okay? Now, remember in the episode, Wendy, they were still in Panama. Wendy had brought up everything that Karen had missed before she got down to breakfast on their last day. And so Wendy's like...
You look like her?
No. I've seen her in person. I've met her.
Okay.
Not in my league.
Okay, remember that Giselle said she's not in her league. She's seen her in person. She also implied that the kids really did not know her that well or whatever. So she threw a little shade. She's like, oh, you know, not in my league. Now, was Giselle being Giselle or was she just being catty for the show? That's a good question. Regardless, she said it. That's the man's new wife. So it's kind of like, why would you say that about his new wife because here's the thing. Let's go over to what, you know, Carrie actually looks like. And the ladies, I mean, I agree with Bondi Blue. You can see Bondi's comment right here. Y'all literally in the same leagues look-wise. Carrie looks younger. I mean, that's really the case to me. The woman Carrie is beautiful. She's gorgeous. I mean, you cannot lie about that. So apparently, Carrie, the new wife, seemingly responded to Giselle claiming that she's not in her league on a recent episode of Potomac in a now deleted post. It says, being a mean girl ages you. So let's get into the tea of it all. So Miss Carrie Baby had allegedly posted, let me put the alleged badge up here because they say it's deleted. Okay, it's now deleted. So, of course, all commentary is alleged. Okay, all the commentary. So Miss Carrie Baby says, put me at the table where women support other women. Being a mean girl ages you, honey. And who has time for that when you can be living, loving, glowing, and aging gracefully? It's the glow up for me. Drop a chair, sis, if you've got room at your table. Hashtag still celebrating my birthday. Hashtag women who support women. Hashtag Black Girl Magic. Now, I am quite sure, I don't know who, but I would be willing to bet your lunch on the fact that he told her, take that down, okay? As House of Aaron also says, Carrie is gorgeous. The woman is beautiful. So I just, you know, there was actually no real need for any shade to be thrown at the woman. And you can be, I felt like Giselle could have been confident in how she looks. She could have been like, oh yeah, he clearly has a type. Boom. There you go. He clearly has a type. That would have been, I mean, just in the terms of in terms of us watching the episode, her throwing shade, if you want to see that, then okay, cool. But in terms of the real life ramifications of that comment, it's like, girl, like that's your husband, I mean your ex-husband's new wife. So I mean, you know, you got to give her a little grace. I mean, especially because she is beautiful. But what do y'all think? Y'all let me know about this first lady face off. Who knew? Who knew? All right. Before we dive into our next subject, make sure you guys have ordered my newest book, The Wickedest Wives, Book 2, A Vicious Reality on Amazon.com, and leave a review. Y'all have left almost 100 reviews on book number 1. Book number 2, I feel like, is 10 times better. And y'all ain't left the reviews. Get back over there and leave a review. Okay. Now, with that being said, let's get into the next story. All right. Speaking of Potomac, we're going to give a little bit of congratulatory of a moment to Nneka. Nneka, as Giselle says, Nneka is expecting with her husband the first child, and we know that it was a part of her story in the last season. This came out via People magazine. Nneka Ihim is going to be a mom after over 2 years of trying. The Real Housewives of Potomac alumni and her husband, Dr. Akina, are pregnant with their first child. She tells People exclusively. It's happy news, but one that Nneka admits is bittersweet. The Bravo star first learned she was expecting twins after implanting 2 embryos, a boy and a girl, during a 3rd round of IVF, but at her regular prenatal checkup for the 8-week mark, doctors told her that she had lost one of them. So, you know, we send her warm wishes, prayers, and, you know, our thoughts go out to her. But still, congratulations to her, because this is really big. Chime in if you felt like Nneka's time on the show was going too soon. Like, do you think she deserved a second season? I almost feel like she kind of deserved a second season, and it would have been very interesting to see, because I did think she brought the lifestyle to the show. I think the unfortunate element that was also brought to the show was the stuff that, you know, she had, the stuff that her went on between her and Dr. Wendy's mom. That element of it was like, whoa, how do we get here? Had we not had that, I think she would have done a lot better. And we would have gotten to see this experience. But I know a lot of people don't like a baby storyline on their housewife shows. I don't know how y'all feel about it. Y'all let me know. But I've seen a lot of commentary about no baby storylines on the show. And it's like, I mean, how you gonna stop that? But at the end of the day, congratulations go out to her. I do want to talk to you guys about one last thing before we go. I'm trying to make it to a spa, because your boy's about to crash out. But before we do that, real quick, I wanted to actually give you guys a slight little review of Wags to Riches on Netflix.
Definition.
For those of you guys who don't know, this is Sherelle Rosado's new show. And, you know, we knew her for a lot of us, we knew her from her time as a brokerage owner on Selling Tampa. I did not know her prior to that. I did not know about her relationship with Chad Ochocinco. I knew none of that until I started the show. And then seeing this show, Selling Tampa, I felt like it had a lot of potential. In terms of the level of drama and chaos, it gave the same level of drama and chaos that Selling OC and Selling Sunset do, but people were arguing that they didn't sell enough luxury real estate. So now she's back with the new show, Wags to Riches. And let me tell you my thoughts on it. I watched episode 1 yesterday, and I gotta tell you, I actually stopped watching it halfway through. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why. And I just have to, I might have to give it another go at it because maybe I have an unfair perspective on this. And shout out to our friends over at the Reality Rundown for posting about this. But my perspective on this is I feel like this particular show is an amalgamation of Housewives meets Basketball Wives. And it really does feel a lot more akin to Basketball Wives than anything else. And I mean that when I say that, I mean it feels more like Basketball Wives, the original Basketball Wives show. And that thought just hit me right now. And I think for me, and I don't think it's just that because they're some of these women are with like athletes, rappers, you know, or single and doing it on their own, or have affiliations with, you know, rappers, or and it's just a variety of things. But I will tell you that within the first maybe 25 minutes of the episode, you know, we are literally, it's really about this level of drama that is apparently happening with, is it Stony? I think she was the person who was, she was the young lady that was, I guess, involved with Rick Ross, and then 50 Cent allegedly released some type of tape on her on the internet or something like that. And so she is at the center of controversy with Sherelle because when you Google her name, that is apparently what comes up. So then there's a nugget that is thrown out there that, oh, we don't know what that was. We don't know if that was, you know, escorting or whatnot. And it was like, when you listen to the woman's story and you actually see her sobbing over it, it really just positions Sherelle to look like a mean girl. And I just felt like, oh my God, this has been seen and done before. And you sort of have some of the other ladies who are kind of neutral. They're kind of like, I mean, so what? Like, you know, one of them is trying to be a realtor under Sherelle. She's a real estate agent, I should say. And she is kind of like, well, I guess she's supposed to be selling her a home. And she's like, I don't care what she's done, honestly, as long as the check cashes. And Sherelle is like, well, will it? And just dies laughing. And I'm thinking to myself, I feel like like Sherelle is above this. This level of pettiness should be above her. And it just feels so redundant when I look at the amount of shows that we have on the air that kind of give us this same feeling. So I just thought in my head that this was going to be more about them getting to the bag, into the business. And maybe this is an unfair assessment because I've not gotten too knee deep into it. But just at a cursory watch on this first episode, I'm kind of like, I want to see something different. Give me something new. And this is not giving me any new quite just yet. Okay. It's just really not. Even the backdrop of the confessionals is like, it's just a plain white background. It's like, what? Y'all couldn't even give it that good old Netflix, like, zhuzh it up, you know, in the background with a green screen, something. I don't know. If I had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, based on what I saw, I would give it a 5. But that's just me. I might go back and look at it, okay? Just for general purposes. I don't know. What I do know is that's what we got for you guys today. I need to get up out of here so I can try to get to this spa. With that being said, make sure, oh, y'all, listen. My new travel ebook is in the description of this video. Click down to the Stand Store link. You guys can get your hands on that. It's only 27 bucks. 27 bucks. But I give you all the travel secrets and tea and how to make money in this travel space. In case you're not quite ready to dive into the rich life just yet, this will definitely give you all the tips and tricks that I use to travel for a lot less and to make money at the same time. Okay, so definitely tap down into that. And with that being said, I will catch you guys in the next video.